Hi everybody, Adam here. Welcome back to our Lego room. As you know, we've been working lighting into various aspects of our layout here in the Lego room. Lots of lighting across the city with street lights and various interior building lights. We've started to get some lighting integrated into the rail yard and industrial section of our layout. All really cool, enjoying what that is providing for the layout. But one area that's been lacking is railroad signals. I think this is going to be a really important area of lighting around the city, and really excited about a new product from Brickstuff, the automatic train signal, which I think is going to be a game changer for our layout, and really excited about the potential and all the opportunities that it's going to open up for us. So let's take a closer look at this new signal light system. Now, one of the first things you'll notice is that the Brickstuff automatic train signal comes with all the parts you need to create a basic signal stand here with a green light and a red light. Really nice to get that out of the box so that you can create something immediately that you could use in your layout. Along with the parts for this signal stand, we also get the parts for a controller box. I haven't fully assembled that yet. What you would do with this is you could put the board there that handles all the processing logic for the lights here on the signal stand into here, and then you could place this around the signal depending on where you want to integrate this particular set of lights in your layout. So nice touch to get those parts in the box. In addition to that, it also comes with this sensor so that it can motion sensor detect as trains are passing by this location. And I've used my own Brickstuff battery box here to power all of this. So, a decent amount of stuff that you're getting out of the box here. And you'll see if we turn on the power that the green light turns on. That's the default state. And if we get movement close to the sensor, you can see it goes red for, I think it's set to 10 seconds currently. It's actually something that you can configure and change on the board, which is really nice. 10 seconds is probably a good initial time. I'll have to see if I want to lengthen that out at all. But that is the basic functionality, which is really cool. Really excited to have this capability in our layout. Now, there are some different options and ways that you can add on to or, sort of enhance the functionality of the automatic train signal system here. So let's take a closer look at that. Now, one of the first customization options is exactly how you want to make use of the motion sensor. What they recommend as sort of the default is to integrate it underneath the track. So you can see here we've got two long tiles, that's 1x6 tiles that go across the track there. And then you can basically, using sticky dots that come with the set, attach the sensor to the underside of these tiles here. The sensor does not stick out above that, so no worries about trains hitting that. It should be basically lower than the standard height where you would have your railway ties on your tracks. So that should work fairly well. You can see here, green light is on and train passes over and we go to red. So that could work out pretty well. With mills and, ballasting of track, it's probably a little bit of, some hoops to jump through to get this sort of inset to the inner part of the ballast without any issues. I don't think it should be a problem, and it seems like something that could be done fairly straightforward. And then once, I integrate it like that, I could theoretically just unplug, disconnect a given track module that has this hooked up to it, take the track module out to a show, integrate it there, and it should just work. We shouldn't have to be disconnecting and moving this all the time, which is really nice. One of the other options that they suggest, you could place this on the side, the sensor on the side of the track. So, sort of on its side, possibly up against the edge of the control box here. The trick with that is you need to make sure that it stays close enough to the track that it can still detect when the trains go by. Not sure how easy or hard that will be, but another option there. And a third option will be if you're doing an overhead signal tower system, one that's got sort of a vertical part that goes over the track. You could put the sensor underneath that sort of overhead signal system so that as the train passes underneath, the sensor would be tripped and it would go to red on the signal. My personal initial thoughts, I think I'm going to try out this track sort of embedded in the track option first. Like I said, I think I can work it into the mills without too much difficulty. And if I get it set up nice, then it should be relatively portable and easy to move around when I'm taking track out to a show. The other option that does sound interesting and that I might try would be sticking it on the underside of an overhead signal bar or system. I'll show you an example of what that would look like in a moment, but I think that could be another good candidate. I'm sure there'll be good situations for trying to do a side-mounted one beside the track, but for reliability and for really making sure that this can operate the way we want it to, I think the embedded in the track or underneath that overhead signal will be sort of the priority approaches that I go with. Now, another interesting customization option that they have here is by default, the signal system supports the green and red lights here. You can actually add a third color into the stack here, a yellow. There's a spot on the board here where you could plug in another Pico LED light, which you'd have to pick up separately from Brickstuff. And on the logic board here, there's a button that you can press to change which mode the board is in. And you can move it from this standard 2-light mode into the 3-light one, so that it'll then move through the transitions of green, yellow, red, which I think is really cool. It's nice to see them adding extra functionality in there, and interesting that they are giving you the capability to support different signal systems and logic there. Because on top of that, like I said, you can change how long it takes for the lights to cycle. So by default, 10 seconds before it goes back to green. But there's a few other lengths of time that you can choose in there. So nice to get some different options in there so that people can kind of customize this to what works for the railway system that they are recreating. And just a point of clarification, when you are adding the yellow light, all the parts from a Lego perspective are included in the kit. The only thing that you need to pick up to get that to work is an additional Pico light. So really nice that that's basically, a very easy option to adapt to if you want. Now, in terms of signal lights for our layout, I could definitely see using a couple of, things in this style right here. There's also a couple of sets of instructions from Brick Train Depot that I'm looking at that would be interesting to try to recreate and get working for our layout. So in their searchlight signals, they've got the sort of the bridge here that's got a couple different sets of signal lights up there. And you can see this has got a box here that you could very easily stick the logic board in to hide it away from view. And like I was saying, for something like this, you could experiment with putting the motion sensor on the underneath side of the arm of the signal structure there. So, you'd have to test it out, make sure that it is close enough to work with the trains going by. But I think this would be a really cool system to try out and see if we could get that working in our layout. And, another nice sort of vertical way to set up some train signals, as an alternative to this one here that they give you out of the box. I know there's a lot of different types of signals. I'm not fully up to speed on all the different types of signals, so I will be, doing some more research into this and seeing what types, if there's any additional types that we want to try creating for our layout. I know there are some like this where it's more of a single light that changes color. I think there is planned possible functionality that could work with this in the future that would allow for a single light that changes color based on logic. I don't think it works out of the box. I don't have all the things I would need in the short term to test that out. But, that'll be something sort of more long term that we might look at as well for something to additionally support. But, really excited about the potential with these vertical signal stacks and the bridge type that goes out over the track and could provide signals for both of the mainline tracks that we have around our layout. But, really excited about the potential of this. It's going to be cool to start working out how we will integrate this into our layout here in the Lego room. Like I said, I want to get this set up in such a way that it works well with taking our track out to train shows. I think we'll be able to do that with some of the horizontal connectors that we've been looking at and working with from Brickstuff. So we'll be looking to integrate that into some of our track as we put these signal lights into the layout. And, currently I've just got the one signal light that I've been testing and trying out, but I will be picking up several more of these as well to, work them into different parts of the layout here in the Lego room. So really excited about the potential of this. Looking forward to when this gets launched as an official product. I'll post on my social media when Brickstuff releases this out officially, but really excited about this. I think it's going to be another interesting layer of realism and functionality for our Lego train layout. Now, I'll include a link below to the Brickstuff website. Highly recommend checking it out if you haven't already. A lot of interesting products, many of which you can see around our layout here in the Lego room. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please make sure to do so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. Thank you guys very much for watching, and we will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.